Hello, welcome to Yoga with Dags. Today's practice is going to be just a very simple self-love, self-healing practice. I'm going to be doing all the things that I just like to do to make myself feel better when I'm a little bit tight or tired, or I don't know about you, but I've been super busy lately. So this is a practice that I'm just going to invite you into a space of deep self-care where you're just loving yourself and relaxing. So we're going to begin in a restorative manner with Supta Baddha Konasana. I'm going to put my bottom brick the long way, the top brick the medium height for my head. And I'm just going to begin by opening my heart and chest and lungs by lying down on the bottom brick so that the bottom edge of that bottom brick goes down right at the bottom of the shoulder blades. My shoulder blades rest upon the brick and the upper brick goes right under the base of my skull. It should be very comfortable here. Your chest should be lifted and open, the back of your neck nice and long. And let's just begin by putting our feet as wide as the mat with the knees bent. And just let the knees gently fall together. And just allow yourself to settle into this time and space where for just a little while there's nothing to do and nowhere to go other than to just be. And last week we were talking about, the contemplation of love as the fundamental force of the universe, the all-pervading, amazing, life-giving force. So as we just lay here with our chests lifting and opening and shoulders opening, let's just take some beautiful, deep ujjayi breaths, which is the breath of victory. And as we inhale, we're going to actually feel our entire rib cage expand with that universal love and light. And as you exhale, you'll just allow the rib cage to contract back to center. So with each inhalation, you're actually feeling the spaces between the ribs grow wider. The lungs really filling up that space as you inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, you're just letting it deflate, letting go. And as we inhale, we're inhaling that most amazing, most all-pervasive, most beautiful force of light and love into our lungs and body, inviting it in, filling ourselves fully. And as we exhale, we're breathing it out. We're breathing it out into the world. We're breathing it back to Mother Nature, the mother like no other. We're breathing it back to each other. We're breathing it out into the world to anyone and everyone who needs it. So let's just begin with a few more breaths here like that, inhaling and exhaling, fully and completely expanding and contracting, taking in and giving back as we exhale. Good. And continuing with these full, beautiful, deep breaths, you can bring your feet together with the knees bent and just let the knees splay out to the sides to open your hips here as you breathe. Then bottoms of your feet are together. You can press into the bottoms of the feet and lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. And just continue to breathe. If you don't happen to have bricks at home, I hope you know that you can just be lying right on the floor, which is where we're going to go next with this anyway. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale and draw the knees together. And we're going to exhale and gently roll off of the bricks, removing them, taking them out, and then just rolling right back onto your back. Good. So just rolling right back onto the back, resting there, keeping the knees bent for a moment here. We're going to take Baddha Konasana again, bottoms of the feet together, allowing the hips to splay gently out to the sides. Shoulder blades are rolling down the back, and then just inhale your arms up to face heaven. Let your palms face one another, and then get hold of your elbows. We're going to lift our elbows up, and we're going to exhale them up over our head. And just let those shoulders open this way a little bit more. Softening through your armpits, softening through your groin muscles, softening into this moment. Feel beautiful length in your spine. Continue to breathe nice, deep breaths. Deep breath in, and then exhale, release the arms out to the sides. We're going to inhale them up one more time, palms facing one another. Whatever one you crossed in front last time, cross the other one in front. Inhale them up and exhale them over the head one more time. A slightly different stretch with the different cross of the arms. Continuing with deep ujjayi breathing through your nose, in through the nose and out through the nose. Just letting yourself relax as you exhale, relaxing a little more deeply. Releasing the arms out to the side on your next exhalation, inhaling the knees back together, stepping the feet apart a little bit so they're at the edges of the mat, and then just dropping the knees off to one side. Let the arms be out to the sides, just getting a nice little stretch through your lower back and SI joint here. When you're ready, inhale the knees up, keeping the feet apart, and exhale to the opposite direction. You might even feel this stretch through the anterior hip, which is also very nice. Good, and we'll go one more time each way, inhaling slowly up, exhaling down, lingering, feeling the stretch. Inhaling up, exhaling down, lingering and feeling the stretch. Good, and then inhaling up. Feet are hip width apart, and we're just going to cross the right ankle over the left knee and just rotate that ankle for a minute. Make nice big circles. One direction, the other direction, opening that joint up. Maybe flexing and pointing a little bit. Good, and then weave your hands in and take that thigh towards your chest.
Sometimes I use my elbow on the side of the bent knee here to just guide the knee away from the chest a little bit and just rock gently from side to side. We're starting to open up this outer hip here. Good. Placing the left foot down, uncrossing the right leg. We're going to do the opposite and just take a moment and rotate the ankle. Getting some flexibility there, maybe pressing the knee away from the shoulder a little bit as you do that. Flexing and pointing. Good, and then weaving in, taking the right thigh toward the chest, guiding the left knee away with the left elbow, and just breathing, maybe a gentle rock from side to side. Deep breaths into any tightness that might be in your body, bringing in kindness, bringing in a sweetness to yourself, renewing your spirit, renewing your energy so that you have energy to bring back out into the world around you, to the people around you, to the beautiful planet around you. In order for us to bring kindness and love to the world around us, it's essential to bring it to ourselves as well. And then releasing that foot back down, uncrossing that leg. We're going to take the knees up to the chest. Let them come out to the side a little bit and take hold of your big toes with your peace fingers and your thumbs. And we're just gonna bring the bottoms of the foot up to the ceiling. This is a happy baby pose, which is just nice. And then you can just find some gentle movement and exploration in your happy baby. Maybe rock from side to side. Maybe just stay still. Maybe straighten and bend your legs. It is time for you to just have a nice, super duper relaxing yoga practice. Just for you. If it's hard to get your toes, you can always just hold the backs of your legs. That works too, and just open your hips that way. Edges of the feet work, if that feels better. Good, and then releasing that down. We're going to take both knees into the chest for a minute and give them a nice squeeze. This is like wind relieving pose. It gets rid of any gas you might have or anything like that. You can gently rock if it feels good to do that to massage the lower back. And you're also massaging the colon when you do this. Bringing that to stillness, we're going to keep the right leg in tight to the body, extend your left leg onto the ground, and just pull that right leg in for a minute, opening up the hips again here. When you're ready, take a big breath in, and on the exhale, keeping this knee above the hip and taking your right arm out to the side, let's just draw that right knee across the midline into a nice little supine twist. And just let yourself reach back here with this right arm. Just let the side body expand. Breathe into any tightnesses. Good, and when you're ready, we'll inhale that back up to the center. And we're gonna exhale, release that leg down. When you're ready, bend the left one, take it right in, right into the chest. Maybe move it around a little bit. And then when you're ready, we're going to take a big breath in and exhale, take it across your midline again. Spinal supine twist. Big breaths. Letting those hips open up. Breathing. Luxuriating. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to slowly take that back again and release that leg down to the earth again. And just take a moment to rest here with your legs slightly apart and your arms slightly apart, palms up, and just feel the relaxation that you already began to create for yourself. Good. And then bending the knees, we're just going to roll onto the side and come and sit up here for a minute. Next, we're going to come into a seated, we're going to come to seated Baddha Konasana for a moment. So just sit with your bottoms of your feet together and see if you can sit up nice and straight and tall and lift your heart and lift your chest up. And let's just rock from side to side. And maybe walk the sitting bones a little closer up to your heels. Yeah, and bringing that to stillness. Let's just do the butterfly with the legs for a minute. Just flapping your little butterfly wings as you breathe. Well, and then bringing that into stillness, we're going to straighten the legs and we're going to bend the left leg and you're just going to cradle it like so by sweeping your left arm beneath it and then just rock it and open that hip up a little bit. If you can get yourself to sit up straight, sit up straight. It's always a nice little thing you can do here. Good, and then we'll release that one down. Sitting up in Dandasana, we'll take the right one out, scoop under, get hold of it, and just open this hip up a little bit as well. And then we'll bring that into stillness. Then we're going to take this left leg out to the side. We're going to put the ankle beneath the opposite knee and do that again, coming into a cross-legged pose and sitting up nice and straight. So I have my right leg in front. And then I'm going to take my arms out to the side. I'm going to take a deep breath in. And I'm going to cross my right arm beneath my left, cross them as high as I can and give myself a little hug and just rock back and forth. So I'm really reaching my fingertips to try to get between my shoulder blades. And just rocking it, opening up, feeling the stretch between the shoulder blades. Good. And bringing that to stillness, I'm just going to lift up my knees a little bit. I'm going to think about putting my forearms as close to the elbow as I can onto the knees, like so. Big breath, lifting my chest up. On the exhale, I'm going to think like my forearms are glued to my knees, and I'm going to let my knees spread my arms as I come forward and down for a deeper stretch.
This is opening up the meridians, which in Chinese medicine are the heart protector or pericardium, and the triple heater. So the triple heater helps with our immune system a lot, helping with protection. And our heart protector also helps to protect the heart in all ways, and just surrounds and assists the heart in all of its functions, including the function of spreading love through our bodies, through the universe, through the world. When you're ready, inhale and come up slowly. And exhale, release those arms. That feels really good. Then we're going to change the cross. So we're going to straighten the legs. And this time you're going to take the right one beneath first, and then the left one. So the left one comes in front, arms out to the side, reach them. First, let's just do a press away of the walls. So extending your wrists so your fingers go upward. Press the walls away for a moment, right from the very center of your heart center. Breathing into that area. And then let the fingertips go straight out. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to take the left beneath the right, crossing as high as we can, hugging ourselves. Maybe rocking from side to side. Inhaling, lifting, gluing the upper forearms onto the knees. And then exhale, allowing the knees to spread the arms as you come forward, keeping your heart lifted if you can, keeping the tops of your shoulders soft if you can, and maybe out of the ears, and just breathing into the space between the shoulder blades, the upper arms. Good. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, and we're going to come back up. And we're going to exhale, and we're going to release that. And we're just going to inhale the shoulders up to the ears, exhale them down and back a couple of times. Letting go there. Good. And then coming into a child's pose next. Knees are going to be apart, big toes are going to touch, and we're just going to creep our hands forward. If you can have your buttocks down at your heels, maybe for a minute, look forward, stretch yourself forward, turn your palms upward to open the shoulders, and then just release your head to the floor. Let your third eye rest on the floor. And just take a few big breaths in your child pose. Good, and then inhaling up onto the forearms, so the forearms are resting. We're gonna just exhale and then inhale, sweep up through your left arm and just really open yourself up to the ceiling as much as you can, big sweep. And then on the exhale, you're gonna weave your fingertips under the opposite armpit and just come down to rest on the shoulder here. And just breathe into the shoulder again, letting the shoulder soften and open. Let the neck be long and soft as well. And just take a breath or two there. Inhale to unweave that arm, exhale back onto the forearms. Inhale, sweep upright. Little baby twist going on here. Exhale, weave fingertips under the opposite armpit and come to rest. Maybe stretching your left arm forward a little bit. And a couple good breaths there. And then when you're ready, inhale to unweave, exhale back onto the forearms, and then come on up onto all fours. So next, we're gonna do a little cat-cow. So we're gonna inhale, we're gonna lift the chin and chest. We're lifting our tail up. I'll do this kind of at an angle so you can see. And then exhale, curl the tail under, arch the back, drop the chin, and just do a few of these, just opening the spine. Being with your breath. Letting go. Taking in. Giving back as you exhale. Good. And then from here, we're going to bring the spine into neutral. We're going to curl the toes under and we're going to take a downward facing dog, just a gentle one, where you lift your hips high and you just stretch yourself out, making yourself as much like an upside down V as you can. Straight line from knuckles all the way up to the hips and straight line from the hips to the legs. And then inhale and look up between your hands. Lift your left leg up. Just lift it up for a moment, trying to keep your hips high. Looking up between the hands, swing that leg forward and let it come so that the shin is at an angle. And then just ease back with the back leg, trying to get the top of the leg, of the back leg, the quadricep muscle on the floor. Chest lifts up. And then if you can come forward onto your forearms. While you're here, your front leg shin is at an angle and you're just gently beckoning your front hip, that left hip, to go back a little bit, to draw back a little bit so that the hips become level. And then if you can come down even more and just bring your third eye to rest either on your hands or the floor, and just take a couple breaths there. Nice Raja Kapotasana pigeon pose. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, coming back up. Nice proud pigeon. Come back onto tabletop position first. Curl the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stretch your dog out for a minute. Then coming into the left leg. Lift the right one up. Lift the hips up. Look forward at your fingers. Big breath in. Exhale, swinging that right leg forward. Finding a perfect little angle for your shin. Settling your back leg back and seeking the top of the quadricep muscle. Drawing back as much as you can on this right hip so the hips become a little more level. Then coming down first to the forearms, breathing into any tightnesses. And then maybe bringing the head to rest if you can. Big breaths. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale to come back up, nice and tall. Bring that knee back into a nice tabletop position and just sit back for a moment onto your heels. Good. From here, we're going to come down again. We're going to lay on our back. If you have a brick close by, that will be wonderful. We're going to lie on our back and walk our feet into our sitting bones. Roll your shoulders under.
And we're gonna lift up the hips. And once you lift the hips up, you're just gonna put your brick at the medium height, right under your sacrum. So it's gonna go right in that very comfortable place, right under the little triangular bone at the base of your spine. And just breathe here. The knees are not splaying out, they're kind of going straight forward, straight from the hips. The shoulder blades are rolling down and under, the chin is forward so that it's going toward the sternal notch. And you're just settling here for a moment in a supported bridge pose. Settling and softening and allowing yourself to be. And continuing to nourish yourself with your breath. Then if you feel nice and secure on your brick, you can bring the knees up towards your chest a little bit, and then just straighten the legs up. You may find that you want to bring the brick up just a tiny bit higher. You can play with that if it feels good. We're just going to let the feet go up toward the ceiling. Keep the chest lifted and open if you can. And just breathe here for a few minutes. This is like a modified Sarvangasana or shoulder stand. Just being here. When you're ready, you can bend the knees and gently land the feet back into your bridge pose. Then press into the feet, lower the brick, and then straighten one leg and then the other for a long bridge. Just allowing the sacrum to rest on the brick and the front of your hips to stretch open gently here for a moment. There should be nice length in the lower back. There's a gentle reaching of the tailbone toward the heels. A gentle rolling of your inner thighs down toward the floor. And when you're ready, you can bend one leg and then the other. Press into the feet, lift the pelvis up, and take the brick out all together. And just slowly lower the spine from the top to the bottom. Maybe just stretching the knees into the chest again for a moment. And then landing the feet, straighten one leg and then the other, allowing them to be as wide as the mat, and let your arms lengthen as well along the sides of your body. Allow the palms to be open to heaven, open to receiving. And then just begin to release, to let go even more deeply now. Finding a deep sense of relaxation beginning at the crown of your head. Relaxing your forehead, your face, releasing your eyelids and your eyes, your cheeks, relaxing your jaw, your throat, your neck, releasing your shoulders, your arms, forearms, hands, fingers, releasing your upper chest, your middle torso, your lower torso, softening through the hips, the buttocks, upper legs, calves, ankles, feet, toes, gently, gently releasing the entire body all at once. Into stillness. And beautiful, vast spaciousness. Open, allowing, soft. As you rest, I'll just read a little bit about love. Love is not an emotion or a feeling. It is the formlessness and substance permeating the seen and the unseen. It is the seed and womb of the universe. Call it what you will. It resides just beyond the limits of our abilities to describe. It has been said, God is love. Thus the heavens seek love, earth seeks love, people seek love. That this is what makes us great. People abide on the earth abides in the heavens abide in love, love abides in all. This is what makes us one. The self is deathless. Why? Because life transforms into life and love never dies. So gently hugging your knees up to your chest one more time, giving yourself a hug, committing to self-love. And as you exhale, just roll onto your side and connect to the earth, gathering strength. With an inhalation, press up to find a seat.
And we'll seal our practice together. So let's take our hands up to our hearts, connecting to that universe within. The love in me sees and honors the love in each of you. Namaste. I will look forward to practicing again together next week. Go forth and be love warriors. Bye bye.